Hello and welcome back to another McMetro video. Today we're going to be doing part 2 of the O-Gauge diorama. So since the last one I have done absolutely nothing, and that's because I want to get it all on camera for you guys. So what I've gone and purchased is a bit of cork, and today we're going to be laying down the track. So a few things I want to do is obviously lay the track on some cork. I want to cut the track with a Dremel at the ends over here there, so yeah, that ain't hanging off the edge. And then also I want to try and add some power droppers and connect them to the bottom. Now you may think, why am I adding power to an O-Gauge diorama? To be honest, I don't really know myself, but I might end up using this as a mini test bed for small locos if I just want to test them DC straight out of the box, or if I want to maybe even expand and make this a proper layout in the future. It's basically just future-proofing myself. So today we're going to be doing just that. So as you can see, what I've gone and done is marked out this cork now. So what I'm going to use is, well, I only need 2 for the layout, so I might use this section here for a bit on the exhibition layout. So yeah, this is only what I need for the diorama, so let's get cutting. So I've got my craft knife here, got to be careful obviously, and then we'll just cut along this line here. Nice and straight. Bend that off there. Then we've also got this bit here then. We'll go and cut along here. Perfect. There we go. So now we've got our 3 pieces. Well, we don't need this bit. I'll leave that over there for now. So yeah, there's our 3 pieces. Better fold that in. There we go. Yeah, so I've got 3 pieces. Now let's go and stick it on the layout. So here we go. I found the perfect spot for the track and the cork now. So what I'm going to do is I've got a pencil and I'm just going to go round the cork like this, just so I can mark it out ready for gluing in a second. So there we go. Only going to use a pencil just in case it overlaps the edge or anything. So now onto the copy decks though. So yeah, we had a bit of a technical issue with this. The lid fell. Originally I was going to use copy decks, however mine's all dried up and it's gone really weird. So let's get onto using this. So if we take the track off here, take the cork off also, keep that together in the right order just so it fits in okay. Right, so what's the best way to do this? Let's apply a little bit on the diorama here. Like I don't even know what I'm doing, to be honest. Let's just spread this out with the good old finger, and then there we go. It's big enough for that piece of cork to sit nice and firmly in there. Right, a bit more I think. There we go. Right, I think that should be enough there. There we go. Perfect. I think that's all right there. Right, next bit, here we go. So this one we're going to need to cut after we've stuck it down. I think it probably would be easier to cut it now, however I probably will end up cutting it too short, and that's not very good. So yes, we're going to do it now instead. Just like there we go. Might have applied a bit too much that time. This should be alright. I don't know what I'm going to do with the track, so I'd rather use copy decks. I might try doing this for the track, I don't know. Let's see how it goes, but this should work for the cork either way. There we go. Right, now we're just going to leave it to dry. So it's the next day now. I've left it quite long now, the cork to dry. I did end up moving it back a little bit so you can see a bit of pencil line I did there. However, it looks pretty good, and I did add a bit more glue to it. So right now we're going to be taking away the track here. I marked out some points for where I want the holes to go for the power connections. So let's get drilling. So just put. So this is my trusty old drill. Right, that one's done, and now we'll go do this one. There we go. That's not too bad there. So next bit, soldering on the wires. So here we are back on the track here. So I've got marked out some section of rail bits at the bottom. I need to remove here so I can solder the joint on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go cut this here now. So we go cut straight through there. Just cut craft knife. There we go, one down. Then there we go, there's the other one. So this section's now came out here. So those rails are going to slide slightly, so I've got to be careful here. So that goes there. So if we go and cut that side down. There we go. There we go. So we've now got a gap here which is perfect for soldering onto. So what I'm going to go and do now is, as you can see, I've got my soldering iron and then my 2 sections of wire over there. So what I'm going to do now is solder them on. So here we are. Now we're going to be soldering. So my red wire's over here and my black one's over there. So what I'm going to go and do is I'm going to get a bit of solder on the iron and then I'm just going to rub it on the track piece. That I am no pro at this. Don't even learn from me. I'm just doing what I can to do this. Right, there we go, and I'm going to pop that on there. Now it's going to go. Well, that's joined on there now. That's pretty good. I'll go and redo that over in a minute. Now I want to do the red wire. Oh, a bit of solder drop there. Let's try that again. There we go. Oh, there we go, 1 minute. Go. So there we go, both the wires are now soldered, so I'm going to go and solder them on a bit better now, so they're not rubbish and they don't fall off. So as you can see, I've soldered on the wires and I've threaded them through. I spent quite a long time, about half an hour doing that, and it's not the best job, as you can kind of see it on the camera. However, I don't think it will matter too much when we've got the scenery around it, the excess solder, as I currently don't have a solder sucker or anything. So if I do come across one of them, I will buy it and I'll try and remove that on the side. However, I've been able to scrape it off the top and everything else will be covered up by the ballast. So yeah, there we go. I've soldered a red and black wire on. So if I just pull them through at the moment like that, then we've got the track nice and flat on there, ready for sticking down, I believe. And also I need to add a terminal block onto the bottom. So let's move on to the next thing. So now I've got a terminal block, as you can see here, and I'm going to screw these 2 wires on there. So let's just get one of them. So just get the black one for now, and then just go that in there, and screw that in there, and then screw this one in here. There we go. And now I'm just going to wedge this in here for now. There we go. So it's still accessible from this side, but it's fine on that side. So as I mentioned earlier, I haven't currently got any copy decks. So what I have to try and glue the track down with is some good old PVA. So if we turn the track over here and then do the good old spreading with your finger. So just spread that across there. There you go. Hopefully this should stick. Like I don't really want to use track pins, as I want to try and make it as well realistic as possible. Yeah, with loads of solder on the side of the track. And also, I don't believe it has any track pin holes in this track anyway. So, and I don't really want to go making loads of massive holes in it and messing it up like I did with the solder. So, I'm gonna leave that one for now. Go. Right, so now all we have to do is stick the track down. So there we go. I'm going to stick probably my drill box on top of that and leave it to dry for now. So I've let the glue dry for a few hours now, and I think it's ready to do the final thing in today's video, which is Dremel the track and obviously cut the cork. So I've got a pair of scissors. I'm just going to cut the cork along there. Might be a bit of a different one. I've also applied track pins to the track so it doesn't move too much. As you can see, it hasn't still fully dried down. I probably shouldn't be doing this yet, but I still am going to. help as if I was left-handed in this situation here. There we go. Right, that's out. Now what we have to do is cut along that line there. So I've got the Dremel. Let me just go get it set up. Okay, so I've got the Dremel, and now it's time to cut this track. So let's get into it. Right, I'm going to hold this here. I'm going to carefully. So I'm going to cut it slightly short just so that I can sand it back later on. Right, so that one's through. It's pretty good. Now it's time to do the other one. So the sleepers are a bit in the way in this one, so I've got to be very careful here. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to cut it this side, then just take the sleeper off there, I think. Let me think about this. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it like that. Yeah. Right, so it's free now, so Dremel that through. Let's see if this track comes off here. So you can see it wants to come off. Okay, I'm going to need to cut that sleeper part under that back in a sec. So I've done that one now with the craft knife, so I'm just going to do this side here. I'm surprised the Dremel didn't go all the way through this, to be honest. There we go. So you've ripped the track off now, as you can see, and it's nearly in line. So all we'll have to do now is sand back that little section. So there we go. I've cleaned up the end of the track a bit more, so it's more in line with the board itself and the cork as well. So I've gone about with the craft knife and cleaned up the cork a bit, and I went on with a Dremel a bit more just to cut the edge off, and then finished off with a light sanding. So I'm pretty happy with that. The only issue is the rails do move a little bit, but that doesn't matter too much, I don't think. So I might push that back just, I don't know, another millimetre maybe, but for now it's absolutely fine. So anyway, I'm really happy with this. So there we go, we've got the track cut, which looks really good, and then we've also got the power connector, well, the terminal block just sat in the hole currently. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. In the next video, we're going to be painting this green, ready for the static grass, which will come in a later video again. We're also going to be painting the black back scene blue. So anyway, here's the wagon. Doesn't look too bad at all. I think we did a pretty good job. Anyway, please like and subscribe. It really does help the channel. And also, hope to see you in the next one. See ya.